Hey everybody, my name is Luke. I'm the bike assembly manager here with Competitive Cyclist. Here today to take a look at Campy's new Ekar 1x13 gravel group set. It's a purpose-built 1x13 drivetrain that was developed by and for gravel riders. Okay, let's get started. Let's take a look at the crank first. You can see with the packaging, Campy has elected to go with a 100% recycled material packaging. They're kind of foregoing some of the fanfare that you see with high-end groups these days. Inside the box, got the right-hand side crank arm, user manual, warranty card, and left-hand side crank arm. The cranks specifically are typical Campy, really pretty to look at. Nice unidirectional carbon weave that really pops, especially in the sunlight. The cool thing about this one is on all of the Ekar group sets, the chainring is swappable from either the front or the back side of the crank, which means you do not have to take the crank off of the bike to swap chainrings out. All right, let's take a look at the cassette next. Same packaging. Inside, you have the two-piece cassette. Underneath that, warranty, user manual, same as before. So this particular cassette is the Endurance cassette. It's a 936. It's CNC machined out of two pieces of steel, and then it's got a nickel chrome plating on top of it, which is designed to give you just a lot more durability, just because of all the kind of riding you're going to be doing through gritty and nasty conditions. It is fixed together with an aluminum carrier, which is there to, again, save a little bit of weight. It does have two separate assemblies here. So this one is the 9-tooth assembly, which has an integrated lock ring. The 10-tooth assembly does not. It's a separate lock ring. There are no spacers on any of these cassettes, which makes it really easy to install. The weight of this particular cassette is 350 grams. Again, this is the Endurance cassette. They also make a gravel race and a gravel adventure cassette. Overall, this gives you tons of gearing options while keeping things lightweight and durable for all the gravel rides you're going to be doing. All right, let's take a look at the chain next. Same packaging as everything else. This particular chain has been waxed. The rider who's going to be riding on this chain is very particular about their setup, so we waxed the chain for them so they're all ready to go. The chain itself is pretty similar to Campy's 11 and 12 speed chains. The major difference is it is a little bit narrower. It's 4.9 millimeters as opposed to 12 speed, which is 5.15, and 11, which is 5.45. Campy claims that this has no effect whatsoever on durability, and they designed the chain specifically for gravel riding, so it's going to be, super nice and super durable. All right, let's move on to the rear derailleur. This is the first bespoke 1x rear derailleur that Campy has ever made. Inside, we've got the warranty card, user manual, and the rear derailleur itself. So again, key focus on this is weight. Campy went with aluminum on this for its durability, also maintaining a certain price point to make it more affordable for a variety of riders. The really different thing about this rear derailleur is it uses what they call 2D technology, which allows the derailleur to shift within 2 dimensions, similar to other 1x setups in the mountain bike and road bike space. They've also added a clutch here, which aids chain retention, keeps the chain on the front chain ring while you're riding like washboarded out, brake bumped kind of gravel roads. And then lastly, what they've got is a little button back here, and that allows you to pivot the derailleur backwards to make wheel installation and wheel removal a lot easier. Next is the shifter and brake assembly. Again, same packaging. Inside, you get the caliper and the shifter. On the other side of that, you can see the brake hose that is pre-bled with the shifter cable, shift housing, cable caps, lead block, and little install pieces to help you install the unit into the bike. The main thing to look at here is with the new 1x13, they did keep the thumb paddle, but they redesigned it completely so you have a much easier access to reach it if you're down in the drops. The caliper itself is not size specific anymore, so Campy swapped over to using adapters for 140 or 160 millimeter rotors, and there's only one caliper, which is a nice compatibility thing if you're swapping out rotor sizes based on the kind of riding you're going to be doing. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom bracket. This is what the crank spins around. Slightly different color of packaging, but the same sort of recycled cardboard on here. So Campy did actually redesign this unit for Ekar just because they were worried about kind of ingress of dirt and grit and mud and all those sorts of things. So the first thing that they did is they added a metal seal onto the crank arm, which is where the bearings house. The cups here are relatively unchanged from, you know, the Campy cups that you've seen for many years. You still have your two cups that the bearings sit in. You have your wavy washer for preload. Then you have your safety pin that goes in here that protects from the crank effectively ejecting out of the bottom bracket. The main difference is in this little piece right here, and what this is designed to do is fit into the BB cup just like that, and then fit again into the other side of the BB cup here. And what that's is designed to do is to prevent any sort of dirt or mud or anything like that coming in from the outside of the frame and getting into the bearing. So it's just designed to keep bearing life at a premium and make sure that the bearings are going to run for as long as possible in the nastiest of conditions. All right, take a look at the rotors. Not much has changed here. I still use, I believe, the same rotor design as the other Campy H11 stuff. One thing to note on these rotors, they do not come with lock rings. So make sure that either your wheel set has them or you get some lock rings to go in addition with this. Still aluminum carrier, tempered stainless steel braking surface with lots of cooling fins in there designed to, you know, keep heat down, which is going to keep braking performance up. They are only available in center lock, so make sure that you've got center lock wheels. But that's really it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the quick overview of Campy's new 1x13 Ekar gravel group set. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a chat, call, or an email. Hope to see you out on the gravel.